Greetings, nerds and virgins. Today we are going to be talking about UFC fighters, cartoon lookalikes, but before we start, can you like and subscribe? I'm getting views, but I want some subscribers as well, since I'm building a community here. So yeah, please subscribe to hop on the shadow train. Choo choo! Hop on the shadow train. But yeah, let's get into the video. Colby Covington's cartoon lookalike is Sid from Toy Story. Now hear me out. Now first of all, if you put their face next to each other, as you can see, they look pretty identical. Black hair, same eye color, same head shape. But not only do they look identical, they act identical too. Like how Sid tortured the toys in Toy Story, that was his whole thing. Yeah, that's how Colby's whole thing. He tortures people in the octagon for a living. The way he was drowning Jorge Masvidal, Robbie Lawler, RDA, they're never going to be the same after that beating from Colby Covington. Especially Tyron Woodley, he literally quit in the 5th round rather than making it to the decision. So yeah, Colby Covington's cartoon lookalike is Sid from Toy Story, and they act the same as well, which is funny. But next up, we got Jean Blachowicz and James Sullivan from Monsters, Inc. Yes, I know they aren't identical, but listen, okay? You can see from the face they have the same facial features, kind of. Weirdly, they look alike, but also their build is literally the exact same. If they need someone to play Sully in Monsters Inc. in real life, just get Jean Blachowicz to wear a blue costume. He's the in real life version of James Sullivan. Next up, we got Cleveland Brown Jr. and Daniel Cormier. Now listen, okay? They're both fat, they're both short, and they both don't look scary, okay? The only difference is one can fight and one can't. But big ups to Cleveland Brown Jr. Big ups to the Cleveland show, one of the best shows of all time. And also another difference is one has hair and glasses and one is bald, but we don't talk about that, okay? Let's get on to the next one. We got Mr. Incredible and Sergey Pavlovich. Yes, that's right. If they ever make a real life movie of The Incredibles, they need Sergey Pavlovich to play Mr. Incredible. He's built like how I'd picture Mr. Incredible to be built in real life. Both blonde, blue eyes with superpower. Like, both their superpowers are super strength. Mr. Incredible was throwing rocks and chucking them, while Sergey Pavlovich is throwing chins in the air. So yeah, Sergey Pavlovich is in real life Mr. Incredible. You already know. Now the next one is weirdly similar. I know this is current UFC fighters. I don't know if Roxanne is still in the UFC, but when writing the list out, I thought she was, and this one is just so good nobody has picked it up yet. But Tina from Bob Burgers and Roxanne Modafferi both look the same, and they both act like social outcasts a bit, and they're both a bit odd, you know? Their personalities are the same, but also they look identical. Both have glasses, both have short hair, and both are weird. Not in a bad way, though, for Roxanne. Tina's a bit weird. Too weird. Right, next up we got Drew Dober and handsome Squidward. Yes, that's right. You guys probably heard this one before, but listen. Drew Dober, the most racist fighter of all time, the guy who gets an extra boost when he fights black fighters, literally looks identical to handsome Squidward. Legit both look like supermodels, except one was from a cartoon creation and the other was a creation from God. Drew Dober is just on a different level, what can I say? Now the next one is actually one that I picked up myself with no Google searching whatsoever. Jordan Leva and Arthur. Yes, you know which Arthur I'm talking about. The Arthur with glasses. And listen, okay? Both look like unintimidating bookworms. And Jordan Leva is actually a huge book guy himself. Like, he makes YouTube videos on books and shit. So not only do their personality fit each other, but they literally look like each other too. Like, side by side, if you were making a cartoon version of Jordan Leva, I would say look at Arthur. The next one actually went viral for a bit though. It's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo and Corey Sanhagen. Yes, that's right. If you remember the photoshopped picture of Corey Sanhagen walking in the press conference, they put a green shirt on him, the brown slacks, and they put Scooby-Doo next to him as well. And he literally looked just like Shaggy. But yeah, not only do they look alike though, Corey Sanhagen be solving mysteries the way Shaggy be doing, like the way he solved Song Yadong when nobody else could. Corey Sanhagen wrote the book How to Beat Song Yadong for Peter Yan to read. Alright, next up we got Alex Pereira, and this isn't like a character, but it's Squidward's house. Well, everyone knows Squidward's house is based off the sculpture Moai, and Alex's stone cold face. Everyone compares it to Moai all the time, so I just thought I'd get a famous cartoon version of that, which is Squidward's house, obviously. And yeah, I think it's a perfect match. Right, next up we got Chael Sonnen and Stan Smith, the dad from American Dad. Now listen, they both look like blue-collared, hard-working Americans. Like, if I pictured a hard-working, blue-collared American, I would think of Stan Smith from American Dad, and I'd think of Chael Sonnen. They're both American dads as well. Ironic, the show's called American Dad. And yeah, they're both undefeated. Don't ask me how Stan Smith is undefeated, but you're undefeated when you never had a fight. That makes you undefeated, because technically you never lost. And yeah, they just look very similar. I literally thought this show was about Chael Sonnen. When it wasn't, my mind was blown, but it is what it is. Next up, we got Trevor Peak and SpongeBob. Trevor Peak has a square-shaped head. SpongeBob is a square. They're both kind of looking like pipsqueaks. And it makes sense because Trevor Peak can't really fight for shit. Just like SpongeBob always loses to Sandy in karate, Trevor Peak always loses in the UFC. He's a mid-fighter who lost to Charlie Campbell in his last fight. And yeah, Trevor Peak, SpongeBob, same person. Next up, we got Sean O'Malley and Disco Stu. You already know they both have funky hair and both wear unique glasses. And both loved a good old party as well. Both love dancing to the rhythm. And the final lookalike we got is Bilal Muhammad and Krusty the Clown. Because Bilal Muhammad is a fucking clown. He's never getting a title shot. He's a racist. He literally said Colby Covington only got a title shot because of the color of his skin. That's racism. I don't care how you put it. And Bilal Muhammad can keep bitching because he's never going to get the title shot. And if he does, Leon Edwards will beat his ass again. But yeah, guys, that's it. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to hop on the shadow train. Choo choo, hop on the shadow train. And yeah, I'll see you at the top.
You tried to break me, but you couldn't tear me apart. I've got a fire inside, gonna ignite and restart. I'm rising up higher than before. With every step I take, I'm closing in on the score.